Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and I am honored to speak to humanity today. As you know from my biography that I lived in a physical form over 2 centuries ago. I was a prodigious composer who loved to create and perform classical music since I was 5 years old. I am here to share with you some insights from the other side of the veil. When I was living my life on earth, I was like the rest of people, clueless and naive about everything what was happening around me. Many of you are aware of the existence of Illuminati and other groups who openly attack and harm the ones that have light in them. The society during my existence was split into 2 groups, the rich and the poor. The rich ones were playing gods with the rest. I was not fond that the composer needed to be obligated to perform as a servant for money to the emperor. It was almost impossible for me as a free-spirited person to stay for a long time at Salzburg court and perform for the royalties. My only desire was to create music and not being attached to anyone. I was born to a rough society where humans didn't have good health and the medical treatments were not very advanced at that time. 4 of my children died in infancy and only 2 survived. Only the gifted people were bringing some joy and light to the strict and gloomy world. I was fortunate to be one of them. My music was the light and the joy for me and others. Unfortunately, the poor part of the society was not exposed to my music, only to the educated and the ones who had money. Yes, it was a sad part of my reality. My human body was not in the greatest health since my childhood. I always struggled to stay healthy. We are all connected to the universal consciousness. This is how we receive endless information without end and beginning. You call them downloads. I was very blessed to be connected to this infinite source of knowledge. My life was dedicated to classical music. It was a force which inspired and moved me through life despite of my weak human body. Composing music gave me a lot of joy. It made me feel alive, like a feather that flies with the wind. No doubt in my mind that my talent made some of the people envy and jealous of me. It created some enemies. The mystery of my early physical death, which was not coincidental, has been discussed by many. Yes, the cause of my departure from this world was not natural. I was poisoned. It was a very slow and a painful physical death. In the end of my days, my whole body was completely swollen that I couldn't even move. Actually, leaving the body was a relief for me compared to all of the pain I was suffering with. Please understand that the darkness always is against the progress of light. At this point, too much time has passed. It doesn't matter who did this dirty job. The elimination of the person involves the conspiracy of a group. The dark ones always attack the ones who become inconvenient for them. The light is their biggest obstacle. I wrote over 600 music pieces during 35 years of my human life. If I had a chance to be longer here, I would have composed thousands and thousands of symphonies, concertos and operas, and etc., which would bring even more joy and happiness to the many listeners. The music raises your vibrations and helps you to stay above and away from negative energies. I am grateful and humbled to have experienced challenges and obstacles on my path of being a composer. I have no regrets, except for that my life here ended too soon. I am happy, and I want to give my gratitude to all of you today for being the light during these chaos times. Thank you. Please stay strong and be healthy. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, channeled by Erena Velazquez.